never imagined the space program being on the Wild News Weekly bingo card, but here we are. Scientists are moving forward with efforts to revive extinct species from recovered biomaterial. If this proves feasible, and there are plenty who say it is, then it would only make sense to create a catalog of genetic material for species that may need to be rebooted in the future. However, storage of these samples would require a very specialized environment. Scientists from the Smithsonian are proposing that this ideal environment might be found, of all places, on the Moon. Their idea is to use the super cold craters on the Moon, which are always in shadow, to cryogenically freeze and preserve important biological samples, like animal cells, without needing electricity or liquid nitrogen. A paper just published in Bioscience explains how they could create a storage facility on the Moon for biological material. The plan includes how to organize this facility, what materials to store, and even experiments to figure out challenges like radiation and low gravity on the Moon. In early prep work, they've already successfully frozen skin samples from a fish species and stored them in simulated conditions here on Earth. Initially, a lunar biorepository would target the most at-risk species on Earth today, but our ultimate goal would be to cryopreserve most species on Earth, said Mary Hagedorn, a research cryobiologist at the National Zoo and Conservation Biology Institute and lead author of the paper. We hope that by sharing our vision, our group can find additional partners to expand the conversation, discuss threats and opportunities, and conduct the necessary research and testing to make this biorepository a reality. The idea is inspired by the Global Seed Vault in Norway, which now holds over 1 million types of seeds as a backup in case of global disaster. But even that vault, deep in the Arctic, faced trouble in 2017 when thawing ice almost caused flooding. It showed that even the safest places on Earth might not be safe enough. That's where the Moon comes in. Animal cells need to be stored at extremely low temperatures, way colder than seeds. And here on Earth, that means relying on liquid nitrogen, electricity, and staff to keep things running. But those are all things that could fail, and if they do, the entire collection could be lost. So, scientists needed a solution that didn't depend on these fragile systems. Enter the Moon, where some craters are naturally cold enough for freezing, like -410 degrees Fahrenheit cold. These shadowed craters are perfect for keeping samples frozen without needing any extra power. To protect the samples from dangerous space radiation, they could be stored underground or inside thick walls made of moon rock. At the Hawaii Institute of Marine Biology, the team already froze skin samples from a reef fish called the starry goby. These samples contain fibroblasts, a type of skin cell that's much easier to preserve than sperm, eggs, or embryos, which are harder to freeze and store reliably. The plan is to do the same with many species, using whatever sample works best, like larvae for invertebrates. The next big step for the scientists is to test how the frozen cells react to radiation, to make sure they can be safely sent to the Moon. The team is also looking for partners to help conduct more tests on Earth and in space, including on the International Space Station. We aren't saying what if the Earth fails. If the Earth is biologically destroyed, this biorepository won't matter, Hagedorn said. This is meant to help offset natural disasters and, potentially, to augment space travel. Life is precious and, as far as we know, rare in the universe. This biorepository provides another parallel approach to conserving Earth's precious biodiversity. If this plan comes to fruition, the Lunar Biorepository could be a public project, with support from different countries, private funders, and scientists, all working together, just like with this Svalbard Global Seed Vault. And of course, we will all someday be able to look up at night and appreciate our great biofreezer in the sky. Don't stop here. Find out more. Visit the links in the description below for more in-depth information on the stories presented in this video. Or if you are a part of a wildlife organization doing something interesting right now, let us know in the comments.